We're gonna go looking for this buck right here and see if he went down the draw away from us here. So we're gonna try to get another angle. We're gonna keep looking and see if the right one decides to play.
This is Eastmans. We have been hunting and filming out west for over 70 years. Thanks for coming along on a few of our adventures.
This is Eastmans Hunting TV. It's big game hunting, and it's as real as it gets.
Welcome to Eastmans Hunting TV. I'm your host, Ike Eastman. Today we're going to go on an adventure in northern Montana. We're going to go with Jon Gabrio, who is kind of in the shadows of Eastmans. He's the brains and the technical side behind Tag Hub, Eastmans Tag Hub, and our website. But he's a Montana resident, which means he's an over-the-counter tag, and he can hunt with Rod Paschke at Sizzlin and shoots a wonderful big deer. So let's head to Montana and see if Jon can make a shot.
Got a nice storm that blew in last night. Really kind of changed things up here, and the deer are really going to be in full rut today. They were doing pretty good yesterday, but today's going to be really good. Blew hard all night. All of us in the house were talking about it. And this morning we woke up and it's just enough snow to just kind of cover everything. And this is what we dream for when we're hunting deer. So I think it's going to be a killer day. We've already seen a buck and a doe right here and a couple other does over here, and they're just starting to move. We're looking forward to seeing a bunch of deer today and hopefully find one that we want to get the loins out of. He's not that big. It's just like 145 buck. He's active. Like there's another guy or a deer to posture. He's a younger deer. Left the truck and crossed a big track right here. Looked like a big buck track. Popped over. He jumped up at like 80 yards and ran down. We just spotted another one, but we're gonna go looking for this buck right here and see if he went down the draw away from us here. So we're gonna try to get another angle.
doe's running right at us. Little buck. Oh, there's the big buck. His head's right over the hill. That's a nice deer. Nicer deer, not huge.
We did good. That was fun. That was interesting. Never done that before.
Yeah.
It could work the other way. If that had been the deer we wanted, it would have worked great.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a believer. Totally sold.
I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Rod Paschke, you've been part of our organization, and I wouldn't say on the outside, I'd say pretty intimate in our organization as far as 20 some years taking hunt winners.
I think 2004, I think, was the first one.
So 20 years.
I think so. I think this is 20th year.
20 years, 20 years of taking hunt winners, Sizzlin S Outfitters. So obviously you do a bang up job. You do an unbelievable job taking anybody I throw at you, because we randomly draw out of our subscriber base. Right. We draw 2 hunt winners, and I never know who they are, never know their hunt ability, never know their physical ability, never know much about them. We randomly draw them and then dump them in your camp, and you've been successful every year since.
It's been entertaining every year too. Every year. Made some really good friends doing it, for
That's
sure.
true. Why do you hunt? We never really talked, and maybe you want to elaborate on this. I don't know.
Funny you asked that, Ike. I hunt because of my grandpa and yours. My grandpa was a big hunter. Hunted all over, like the NWT, shot sheep, everywhere. And so when I was growing up, I'd go rent movies, and like a lot of kids did, Friday nights, whatever, and go to the movie store. And we didn't have a VCR growing up, so we'd rent one. You could rent them for what, $2, whatever. And it looked like you were packing to go to the Bahamas for a week when you pack that thing out there. But,
Friday night.
yep. And I'd go to the outdoor section. I rented Gordon Eastman films, and I might rent the same one 3 weeks in a row. And that's what I watched when my friends were in there renting Porky's and whatever, some of those movies like that. I was like,
To the nerds.
yeah, exactly. I'm over there like renting all these Eastman films, and I went home and I watched them, and I watched them. And that's probably the reason I hunt. And I never got to hunt with my grandpa. He died when I was like 11, but I got to be around him enough. I've still got some of his old guns that stay in a safe. But I think he instilled it in me. And your grandpa helped finish it off. It's kind of cool,
That's
I think.
cool. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
One of the reasons I want to sit down and talk to you about is the connection that you have with the outfitters
and the landowners, because Montana is a hotbed for private land hunting versus public land hunting. And you guys have done some interesting things and some inroads recently in the last 10 years, let's say, that have made it better for everybody. And there's some things coming down the pipe that's going to help make it better for everybody.
Yep.
Obviously, I have a crowd of probably a fair amount of DIY guys that are like, oh my gosh, landowner, outfitter, I just turned this off. However, you said some stuff recently to me a public land DIY hunter in Montana needs to pay attention to. You've identified some problems with the deer seasons.
Montana has phenomenal genetics. Montana has phenomenal habitat. A lot of private, also a lot of public, but we can grow big deer up. But with our current season structure, they just keep taking a beating because we're hunting them during the rut.
And not just hunting them during the rut, you're hunting them during a rut on an over-the-counter tag for residents and a general tag for non-residents.
Correct. So a lot of us outfitters are like, hey, we have changed some.
Can you imagine what would happen to the deer population if you didn't beat on them for 5 weeks before the winter?
It'd be awesome. If we just let them do their thing. Whitetail can take it, mule deer can't.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say our mule deer numbers are in the tank by any means and scare people off of coming to Montana, but they've dang sure dipped.
They've dipped, and it could be the perfect storm and have a situation like Wyoming where you have one bad winter.
Oh boy, we're one bad winter away.
So if you can affect that change now and adjust those dates to where not only is your success rate a little bit lower, maybe your potential is higher.
If we can get this done, we're going to see our age class improve. We're going to see our numbers improve. I think we'll see our recruitment improve on the fawn recruitment. I think we'll see a lot of huge improvements and to where our numbers are back to where they were. Well, hell, when you guys first started hunting with me
20 years ago,
2001, when, I mean, you couldn't throw a rock without hitting a deer. I mean, It was unbelievable.
Well, we're on day 5 right now, and it's been a little slow start to the morning. We had a pretty heavy wind this morning, and all the deer were pretty much bedded down. We didn't really see anything moving at all, so it's about 10:15 right now, and the wind finally broke. We just kind of been working our way along. We spotted a few deer in their beds, but nothing bucky yet, so we're gonna keep looking, see if the right one decides to play. We gotta do it if we're gonna do it. Shh.
So one of the cool things using onX is if you're driving across the West and you pull up your map, you're like, oh, what hunting area is this? It shows the hunting area, and you can use onX Maps and then go over to Eastmans Tag Hub, which Jon is part of, and he does all the back end stuff, and you can look at draw statistics and odds, and by using the onX area as well as those draw odds, you might be able to stumble across one of those green chip areas that you can draw every couple years and hunt a hunt just like Jon does.
Another one.
Nice shot, John.
Heck yeah.
That'll do, don't
That's a good sight right there.
I think you hard shot him.
It was wobbling all over.
Look at that head on that thing. Perfect shot.
Good deer. Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Well, congratulations, John. Made a nice shot on a really nice deer this morning. And we've been kind of hard at it. This is the morning of the last day of the hunt. We've run into some snow, some wind, now some mud, and been kind of tough sledding. Yeah, for sure. Rut's just getting going good and not even quite there yet. These deer are just starting to kind of show up around these does. So timing was impeccable. We had some weather issues for a couple days. So yeah.
It was a great time, great hunt, and great people in camp. So truly had a heck of a time and met some new friends and lifelong friends along the way.
And remember, fair chase is the only way to hunt and take trophy big game animals. Trophy hunting is conservation.